If you guys didn't know, there's a chance that there might be a universal emulator app being able to play old games, any type of old games, on your Xbox One. This works specifically for the Xbox One, Windows 10 and Windows 10 Mobile, as well as Microsoft's HoloLens. Don't know how many people are going to have that. It's called the SNES box, and the thing about it is that you could essentially play very old games on your Xbox One. These games can range from Mario to, Sonic the Hedgehog. So very closely guarded IPs would be played on your Xbox One that definitely don't belong there. Now, a lot of people instantly said, holy shit, Nintendo's gonna DMCA the hell out of this, right? Well, what ended up happening is that it didn't get DMCA'd, but it was taken down by Microsoft themselves, and they pulled the app saying that it must be approved through the ID at Xbox program. The app has returned to the Windows Store, but not the Xbox One, and doesn't have Xbox One support now. The SNES Box's Twitter account talked about that and stated that it was restored through the Windows Store, and you can get it absolutely free through that if you desire to use a working emulator through the Windows Store. Again, playing on PC, you could obviously download each and every emulator you would like yourself, but this might just be a nice little handler package if you would like to get it instead and just have them all in one. Not sure if you would have to run it through the Windows UI and stuff like that. It's just available on the Windows Store for now. The developer is, however, working on a workaround for the Xbox One, and it says it has a prototype emulator running on a website in HTML5, which should run on the console's Microsoft Edge browser, which means you still could essentially play ROMs on your Xbox One. Imagine playing Mario on your Xbox One using your Xbox One controller with no lag, latency, issues like that. Well, that's impossible. I mean, it's not the original console, and it's not a wired device, most likely so. But you get what I'm saying. It's going to be really nice. It's adding OneDrive support for the HTML5 and is working on the potential for people being able to play this ROM and emulator together in a beautiful world on the Xbox One. A world that Nintendo doesn't want because obvious reasons. This is super illegal, but it falls into that catch-22, the exception clauses that emulators themselves aren't illegal, ROMs themselves aren't illegal, but depending on how you use them, what you do with them, if you own the games, it might be considered illegal. So this technically isn't illegal, even though you obviously know that if Nintendo has Super Mario Bros. 3 on its Wii U, Nintendo eShop, then emulating it for absolutely free and not paying for it, you're doing something wrong. You know that that's not cool to do that on your Xbox One. Some would argue that you don't have access to that on your Xbox One and you just want to use the Xbox One controller. Well, you could do that on your PC also, and you should just use an Xbox One controller. I don't know. It's a convoluted system. Not everyone has a Wii U. Some people have Xbox Ones, don't have Wii U's, so I don't know. The emulator can play NES, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy Color Advanced, along with the Sega Genesis. It does require the Windows 10 anniversary update, but I mean, people still can play them on the old Windows 10 phones with the controller and on HoloLens if you really want to do that. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a good possibility that we'll see a lot of people emulating the old classics on their Xbox Ones. What do you think about this? Do you honestly think it's super illegal? Do you think this guy should be banned? Or do you think this is A-okay and this is just technology and someone playing around with software and fiddling around? Let me know your comments in the section below. And I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming and God bless.